Well, wait, let me get my hoodie in. Let me get my blessed hoodie. You gotta say blessed. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hope everyone's having a lovely day today. I know I am. And I hope all my viewers are having a blessed week like I am and like our colleagues are. Man, oh man, what a Sunday it was. What a Sunday. Super Bowl is set. But before we started the show and about all the crazy stuff that happened last week, let me introduce you guys to my colleagues. My first colleague over there to my right, my right, your guys' left, is my good friend David over there. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Good. And for the grace of God, this idiot did not wear a Mets jersey or any Mets garbage on my show today. Tony, how you doing?
That is Mets, baby. And I'm feeling like a warrior.
Good. You might feel like a Twinkie warrior after the show. Man, oh man, what a Sunday it was. What a Sunday. Man, let's first go into the Philly versus 49ers game. Boy, what a game. The beginning was good. But then 49ers, they had a big loss, and they lost their third string guy who's a starter. Then they lost Johnson to a concussion policy. David, what do you think about this whole game, buddy, with this you over there making the faces too? I feel like you...
Yeah, at what point of the game was it good? I'm sorry, David.
I'm sorry.
I'm confused.
Yeah, that was probably the worst game I've ever seen in my life because a quarterback couldn't throw the ball. All right, let me throw that out. Yes, part of the game is injuring the quarterback. Yes, 100%. Dude, but you only carry two quarterbacks. I get why you only carry two. They should have... Kyle Shanahan probably should have got somebody else too with the way the season has been going. But Reddick was just a problem, man. And the Giants dropped the ball getting him to the Giants in the offseason. He said he wanted to go to the Giants. We didn't have any money to pay him, and the Eagles did, and shows what he's doing. I still give the 49ers credit. They knew they had no quarterback in the second half, and they still came out and played. I still stand by my pick. If the 49ers would have stayed healthy, I think they would have beat the Eagles. If they would have challenged that first play, they probably would have, who knows what would have happened with the game. Because then they take over or turnover on downs. The whole team's coming back next year. And I don't know if you guys heard today, the rumor is Tom Brady's going to the 49ers next year. He's going back home. That's the rumor. And they're going to trade Trey Lance to the Texans. Titans, supposedly. That's like the newest rumorville out there. I still think the 49ers are the best team in the NFC. I don't think the Eagles. The Eagles will impress me if they beat the Chiefs. Flat out. And I'm sure Tony feels the same way. And I'm not just saying that because it's an NFC East team. Are they good? 100%. Do I think they're better than the 49ers when healthy? No. Do I think they're better than the Chiefs? No. I don't even know why they're favored, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think the favorite is because they don't know if Mahomes is going to be fully healthy. That's going to be the biggest decision maker when we have our show next week, is if we get any news on Mahomes. But no, that game was not exciting at all. I got to be honest. I'm thinking after they see Josh Johnson play 2 or 3 series, looking as shook up as he was, they should have probably just put Christian McCaffrey at Wildcat and played.
Dude, the rest of the game that real way. Quick, Tony? Did you see the one pass he threw? How far he threw the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was just getting rid of it.
No, he was.
He was? Okay, or someone ran a wrong route.
But dude, he launched it 50 yards.
Yeah, so it was a decent pass. I don't know. I mean, watching Josh Johnson, back there, I mean, he wasn't expecting to play. He wasn't expecting to be there.
He looked lost.
Yeah.
He looked lost.
And he's been on 13 NFL teams, which is, I mean, it's a disgrace how you come in there and just not know what you're doing at all.
Because you were not ready to play. You didn't prepare him right. That falls on the head coach.
He's a vet.
He literally dropped the ball. He dropped a snap, and the Eagles got it. How do you drop a snap? It was right in his hands. It hit him in the chest.
You're a veteran, man. That's it.
He's a rookie, like what Tony said. Absolutely. You drop the ball because you're nervous or whatever. Dude, the whole game didn't change in that first possession. The whole game changed after that possession where he fumbled the ball and the Eagles got him in the 20-yard line. That's where the game, if people are like, oh, they should have challenged. I get why Shanahan didn't want to challenge. He didn't want to lose a challenge on that play. I get it. But look what happened after that now. Now, he fumbles the ball. Eagles recover 21-7. Goodbye. And I think in the next drive, he got the concussion, right? I think it was that next drive.
Yeah. No, but they should put McCaffrey in there after 2 or 3 series of Johnson just playing absolutely terrible football.
Jimmy.
So for the Eagles fans out there,
Jimmy,
let's stop with the greatest catch. That was absolutely terrible. He didn't even hold on to the ball. So
no, it was a nice catch, but he didn't really catch it. He didn't catch it though.
Yeah, he caught it. But they
he
should
did.
Have Jimmy. They should. No, I know he didn't catch it.
Oh,
they should have had Jimmy G. Jimmy G should have been ready.
He couldn't. He could suit up. I think they said he wasn't ready till the Super Bowl. He could suit up, but not for that week.
I mean, you had to take the bite the bullet though. You should have. If you could get 3 quarterbacks in, don't have him start.
He couldn't.
Second, but you gotta have to bite. He even said it that he should have. He wish he was geared up to put him in.
Don't you think if he was healthy enough, they would have cleared him to play?
Absolutely. He probably would have started if he was cleared to play.
I don't know if he was started, but I mean, you would have had 3 quarterbacks versus 2, which would have changed the whole complex. Dude, Umir, they couldn't throw a ball more than 5 yards in the second half. Imagine.
No, I mean his arm looked terrible throwing just the 5 yards.
Dude, imagine
throwing the 5 yards with a torn UCL.
Imagine being an NFL team knowing a team can't throw the ball.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You play the pass?
So here's the thing, right? You're the 49ers. You got a good team. I mean, Purdy 12 straight wins. I mean, this guy's going to be out 6 to 8 months with the torn UCL.
Well, that's what they said. They said apparently they're going to make Purdy Tom Brady's backup so he can learn 1 more year behind him. They're going to trade Trey Lance, and I guess there's going to Jimmy G walk. I don't know. That's the rumor. They said it all day on ESPN.
That's stupid right there. I'd rather just keep Jimmy G.
How's that stupid?
Because why would I rather pay Tom? Tom Brady's not going to come for cheap. Tom Brady's in his last.
Tom Brady is from the area.
I know that way.
Kyle Shanahan is exactly what Tom Brady needs.
I know that. But they're going to have to pay Tom Brady the big bucks, though.
No, he doesn't. Tom Brady doesn't want big money.
Tom Brady is in the bottom half.
No, I think he's middle of the tier. I think he's like, I forgot what I saw. He was
I believe he's like 13 million.
Yeah.
Compared to Mahomes and your little boy Wilson getting 40 million. That's why Brady always wins. Why? Because he spreads the love.
Well, he also gets endorsement deals and other things too, which
also has a million different endorsement deals. Okay,
that's right. It has nothing to do with the team, though. It doesn't hurt the team.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
But I thought he's smart. But I'm not saying he's not smart. But I don't know. Let's see what happens, man. But I gotta get props to Kyle Shanahan, man. That guy went to 4 quarterbacks. 4 quarterbacks. It's not easy going to a quarterback is the most important person on your team because the team makes him around him look good. If you don't have it, you can have the best wide receiver core. You can have the best offensive line. If you don't have a good quarterback, the team's garbage. I'm sorry.
Dude, all right, let's talk for a second. Imagine what the 49ers defense must have went through in that second half knowing you can't throw a pass. Like that defense.
No, that's why they were getting upset and getting all those stupid penalties, man.
Dude, I would have been, if I was on that defense or even offensive line, knowing you have to run the ball every time, I would just be, I don't blame them.
That's why Trent Williams tossed that dude.
No, he tossed them because they were talking so much. Apparently what happened, they were talking shit and they're grabbing face masks and stuff. Trent Williams went in there to defend his teammate.
That's true. I don't blame him.
I mean, if you watch the video, that's literally exactly what happened. They wouldn't let go of each other's helmets, so he fucking threw the guy.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you kind of brought that up because something was said earlier in the week. So, Lance, one of the offensive linemen from the Eagles, said to one of the
Lane Johnson,
whatever, said to one of the defensive linemen, "How dare you taunt Dexter Lawrence?" Like he was there at the captains, when they shake the hands and do the coin toss, he's sitting there taunting the guy and talking shit. And
Graham, you're talking about?
Yeah. And Johnson says that he's going, why? He's going, I have to defend the fucking guy. And you're taunting him and talking shit when you don't even go head to head against him. So, I mean, some of these players, man, I don't know where the etiquette is at. It's stupid.
But that's how Philly's always been. That's how Philly's fans are. You go to Philly game, you better be paid for your life.
Listen, I have tons of friends in Philly. I just can't stand it over there with the fan base. Actually, Dallas is number 1 fan base wise, then them number 2. Dallas always says it's our year and they lose first round.
I want to get shitted on by Philly fans and Dallas fans. I'd rather go to a Dallas game than a Philly game.
Oh yeah, no. If you go to a Dallas game and you're a Giants fan, you don't get like heckled as much as you.
Yeah, no. Texas fans for some reason, man, are super nice.
Yeah,
I mean they play football all year long in Texas, and the fans there are super nice. They don't care. Philadelphia, I mean, for one of the smallest fan bases in the country, they got big mouths.
Yeah, I can't stand the fans.
You saw what they did to the city? The city's whole, like, they literally were on top of shit like they won the Super Bowl all over again.
Dude, they greased everything, and then people still climbed on them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That city's going to be destroyed if they win a Super Bowl.
It was last time. Last time they were eating horse shit. I saw a video. I couldn't believe I was in college. I was in class.
Dude, what?
You look it up. A Philly Eagles fan ate horse shit.
A Philly fan ate horse shit, like actual shit.
I swear to God, look it up after the show. You'll see it. They ate horse shit, bro.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look up a video of somebody eating crap.
Well, I could not believe, and they didn't even pay the guy. They didn't pay the guy. He didn't get no money thrown at him. Something.
I'm not surprised. Once again, it doesn't surprise me. So,
but, hey, Philly fans are Philly fans. That's why my sister goes to school. I'm most careful not to wear no ACL jersey or Bronco jersey.
You don't want to go out there.
Beat up on one of them. They're not ones you want to play with. All right, man. Let's go to another game. We had another game on Sunday. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Bengals. This was a rematch. The game everybody wants to see. And this is going to be a rivalry that we're going to see in the next couple of years now. It's going to be the next Brady and Rodgers rivalry that we're going to see now, Mahomes and Burrow. David, what do you think of this game, man? And especially that play that got called.
Let Tony go first, because Tony, I went first last time. Give it to Tony.
All right, we'll give Tony the floor. They're playing with his beard for some reason.
It's just a habit. I mean,
and David's fat ass is eating over there. I wonder why.
Be a pineapple.
So the first half was a really, really good game. And then the second half just started getting out of hand with the penalties. And I think some of the penalties were just unfounded. The last penalty, of course, once again, I just think since he was just pissed off at that point, and, they're throwing flags on every single stupid little thing. And he was, he let his anger get the best of him and push Mahomes out, after he was out of bounds. Otherwise, KC, man, they played a hell of a game. They got that penalty at the end, got the field goal, and it's a victory, and they're going to the Super Bowl. Once again, and I said it already, it's all going to depend on Patrick Mahomes. If he's healthy, I think that's going to be a different game. If he's unhealthy, Philadelphia will be destroyed.
The Dominican Sue's going to kill him. The Dominican Sue is going to take care of that.
He doesn't even start.
What?
He doesn't even start.
He's the one that took out Johnson. He's the one that took out Johnson and Purdy.
So what? He only plays sometimes. He doesn't play all the time.
But Reddick, you got to be careful of.
Yeah, it's Reddick and Graham. Fletcher Cox up the middle. They're dangerous on defense. I'll give them that.
Without doubt. And I feel one thing I didn't like about that post game was that teammate that was cursing out his teammate until I know your teammate cost you guys a game.
Pratt?
Yeah, I didn't like that shit. I understand you guys are mad. You guys just lost. But you wait until you get to the locker room to show your emotions. You keep that behind closed doors. Because now you create controversy and people are going to go on Twitter. You got every analyst and their mother going on Twitter saying, oh, what's going to happen now? The Bengals thing. You create
Listen, at the end of the day, man, I mean, if something like that happened to me before, didn't personally happen to me, but I was on something that similar happened to that. I was pissed, but I would never do something like that. Listen, just to get to my point, Cincinnati talked a lot of crap the whole week and basically look stupid now that they lost for talking all that smack. But if anything, I think Cincinnati actually impressed me more now than before. You talked all that smack all week and you freaking backed it up, man. You went into the loudest stadium in the NFL and you went toe-to-toe once again, even when you beat them last year with the number one team in the AFC. They got my respect, man. I'm telling you. They get a couple more players, and don't forget, they had offensive linemen missing. I think they had, Tony? They had 2 offensive linemen not play?
I think so. They're banged up at offensive line.
So, dude, and they double-team Chase every play. They didn't care who they gave up. They double-team Chase every play. I gave the Bengals a lot of credit, although Mahomes made that game a lot closer than what it should have been. But I guess Cincinnati credit, man. They talked smack all week. They backed it up. I'll give them that. Yeah, they lost, but they backed it up. They went into the number one stadium in the NFL, and they almost beat them again in the AFC Championship game.
And you can see that all that trash talking affected them because a lot of them, like when they won that game, a lot of Chiefs had.
Well, listen, before anything, Tony agrees with this.
This is Mahomes' head. This ain't ball head. This is Mahomes
I mean, that's not the Cincinnati Bengals' fault. That's the mayor of Cincinnati.
Yeah,
he's such a jackass. Yeah,
he's the one to talk shit the most.
Yeah, that's not the Bengals' fault. That's the mayor of Cincinnati who made that stupid statement.
The refs were awful. The last 5 minutes of the game, though, Tony, you gotta admit the refs.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
Terrible.
It was terrible. A
like,
lot
some
of
the calls.
penalties.
I'm just like, what is going? I'm like, how is this? It didn't make sense to me. It really didn't. Like, I'm sitting there going, yo, like when people talk about the NFL being rigged,
then the play that wasn't the play. I mean,
the third down play you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Bengals,
I'm pissed.
I'm at Roger Goodell's office the next day, going, "You got to overturn this because you fucked us."
And now all of a sudden, all conspiracy theories are like, yeah, now I think the stadium that they're playing the Super Bowl in is the State Farm Stadium, and that's Mahomes is signed to State Farm as commercials or something like that.
Yeah, Mahomes is signed to them.
They were just like, it was like conspiracy theory, 101 all day on Monday. It was like, oh, this is why this happened. I'm like, anyway.
It's because the first brother rival game too. This is gonna be the first time two brothers gonna go at it. That's another storyline they wanted to create. But it's the first ever brothers going at it. Chelsea versus Chelsea. That's another bullshit they started. And I hate that stadium. I hate that stadium so much. It gives me bad memories. I hate Arizona Stadium. And that's the stadium that Russell Wilson's dumbass threw the ball in the goal line. Man, oh man.
$40 million. $40 million.
Yep.
Yeah. Talking about Russell Wilson. I'm happy I brought him up, man. Because now he has a new head coach. I don't know why the hell they did this, but hey, what can they do? They could have got somebody else. And where they didn't have to trade a first round pick, but hey, they want to do it. Sean Payton is in the house. Tony, you're the first one to let me know that bullshit news. You always give me bad news. You never give me good news ever. How do you feel?
I'm not sure if that's bad news. I think that's great news.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth the first round pick. But I'll let you go. What do you think about it? Do you think this is going to be a good change now for Russell Wilson? He can actually start performing like he used to? Or what do you think it's going to be? A flop or a hit miss?
So, historically, any offensive or defensive coordinators that come from the New York Giants end up being monster coaches wherever they go. No matter who they are. Denny Green, Bill Belichick, John Fox, Steve Spagnuolo. I mean, he didn't do so well as a head coach, but monster defense. Sean Payton, offensive coordinator with us, for a long time. These guys are all monsters once they leave the Giants organization. And Sean Payton has proved it. He's proven it when he was at New Orleans. He had that little bounty gate, thing that happened. Yeah. It's under his resume, but I still think he's a monster coach. Getting him back in the league is to me is almost as important as John Gruden. Those two should be coaching no matter what, and I think it's a good thing.
John Gruden should be coaching. Did you see how bad he coached the Raiders? Are you forget about whatever that shit he did? But you think John Gruden should be coaching? John Gruden should be coaching. Tony, were you blind when he was coaching the Raiders? The shit that he had over there.
Some teams it's not a fit, but he did well elsewhere.
Yeah, he did elsewhere 10 years ago, Tony. When I was back in elementary school.
Didn't he win a Super Bowl too?
Yes, of course.
With the Buccaneers 10 years ago. When I was back in elementary school. The game changed here and that. But you can continue. I had to make that off my chest.
That's like saying the Tuna couldn't come back and coach. When you're a good coach, you're a good coach. That's it. It's leading people.
Yeah. David, what do you think about this whole not John Gruden? I mean, Sean Payton. Let's see.
You got John Gruden in your head. Honestly, I think Denver needed the first round pick, though. They don't have a first round pick again this year.
No, they didn't have it again. They didn't have it from the beginning.
Yeah, they did.
No, the Seattle Seahawks had it for the beginning of the draft.
No, when they traded Bradley Chubb, they got a first round pick from the Dolphins.
Oh shit, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
They got a first rounder, and they're getting, I think, a second rounder in the following year draft. I think it is, or something like that. The Saints, man, they get some. The Saints aren't that far behind, man. So I think for both sides, Sean Payton is going to groom, obviously, Russell Wilson back to the way he was. and the Saints got draft picks. They need a quarterback badly. So now they could go and draft a good quarterback. Or who knows, Lamar Jackson could be out there.
Let's hope that when Sean Payton comes in there, the first thing he does is cut out half of the shit that Russell Wilson is doing and what he has over there.
Listen, Sean Payton is an NFL analyst. You don't think he's watching every snap that Russell Wilson takes? He's probably like, why the hell is he doing?
Well, no, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the private office.
In the building. Got the same shit. And Green Bay, shut the hell up with that bullshit. Rodgers got the same shit. And Rodgers has done shit since 2010. Why are you talking about Russell Wilson having his own offense? You come in at Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers hasn't accomplished shit since 2010. When was the last time all you hear about Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is still a top 5 quarterback.
But he's also
Aaron Rodgers is still a top 5
quarterback. No, he's definitely not top 5. Get the hell out of here.
Yes, he is. Yes.
No, not.
No, I have to agree. I think he's still top 5.
He's still a top 5 quarterback.
Top 10,
Russell Wilson is a thief.
Dude,
is a thief.
What did Aaron Rodgers do so far, though?
Listen,
Rodgers
had all rookie wide receivers.
David, hold on a second. Now you got to be advocating. What the hell is Rodgers accomplished since 10 years from now? Where is he taking his team? Nowhere. The last Super Bowl he won was 2010, bro. That's when he got married.
Let's compare stats now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not even close, man. You don't even look at the facts.
Russell, listen.
You don't look at the facts.
Here, listen. Name the starting receivers on the Bengals. I mean, on the Broncos.
I don't even know on top of my head.
How's that your team? It's ridiculous.
You got Judy. You got Hamlin.
I transferred to Philly.
And who's the other guy, number 14 on their team from SMU? I can't remember his name now. The other wide receiver. He's 12.
I'm not sure, but they got a much better receiver class than Green Bay does.
So listen, so that's Denver.
Okay.
Now let's go to Packers. Dobbs, rookie. Okay. Watson, rookie. Reggie Cobb, who was on his freaking last leg as a wide receiver in the NFL. Who do you think has better weapons?
Now we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Hold on. Now
who has better weapons?
No. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll give it to Rodgers now. Let's go back now. Let's go a little back now. We're gonna go to history. Let's go to that.
Okay, let's go.
Russell Wilson first landed in Seattle. Who did Russell Wilson have as receivers after the Legion of Boom? Let's put the Legion of Boom aside. From after post Legion of Boom, when he's still making playoffs.
Lockett.
Yeah, Lockett. Lockett was undrafted, later draft. He had Baldwin. Baldwin undrafted. Jermaine Curse was a late draft pick. These guys were nobodies. Nobody wanted to pick them up.
No, they had Baldwin.
Well, yeah, that's why I said Doug Baldwin. Am I speaking Japanese? They had Doug Baldwin. They had Jermaine Curse.
I don't know. You're speaking Cartman.
Kiss my ass. They had Tyler Lockett. These are guys when Russell Wilson landed, nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted them in the draft.
Dude, you're comparing NFL veterans to rookies. You can't do that.
Yeah, but
they played in the NFL.
When Wilson got there, they were just coming on the team too.
They weren't.
Yes, they were. Look at this number of years.
No, they weren't.
Look at the
rookies? How many of them were rookies starting? All right. Packers had 2 starting wide receivers, rookies, dude. Rookies.
Look at Wilson. He had freaking Lockett just coming in that year. Lockett was a rookie.
Okay, that's one rookie. Who else?
I forgot the other guy's name. Not on the top of my head. I'll actually look him up for the next episode. Don't say that bullshit. If you want to say Russell Wilson garbage, look at freaking Rodgers garbage, all right? You want to talk about both messes.
Well, it's about what you've done for me.
No. You can't call Aaron Rodgers garbage.
I call Mike Aaron Rodgers is garbage.
Halfway through the season. Halfway through the season, Green Bay was dead. They were this close from making the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers is garbage. Get that bullshit off my show. He is garbage.
You're terrible. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, same way. Get out of here.
Yeah, you're blessed. You're blessed.
Let me tell you,
up here though.
But last year, who had better stats? Was it Russell Wilson or was
Wilson was out for half of the year?
What?
Wilson was out for half of the year.
Dude, okay, let's compare games. Games played. Who had better stats?
The numbers were similar. Look it up. Numbers were similar, bro.
Rodgers is far and away better.
Yeah.
You're not winning this argument. Next year's a totally different year. Who knows?
Next year, I'll put a step.
Wilson could be up here and Rodgers could be down here. You don't know because we don't know where Rodgers is going also.
You should go to the retirement home. That's where you should go.
He's supposed to be going to the Jets. I mean, that's.
But I heard the Jets don't want that contract. Apparently, that's the biggest thing right now.
They got the money. I mean, Derek Carr is not being released by the Raiders. They're actually holding that contract. I don't know why.
Because I think they want 2 first-round picks for Carr.
They wait until February 16th, then they got to drop him. They don't get anything after February 16th, they're going to drop him.
They're going to do a trade. Apparently, they want 2 first-round picks for Carr.
Nobody's going to give him that for Carr.
I guarantee there will be a team that will.
There's somebody. There's always somebody.
Dude, if I'm the Dolphins, you don't know how Tua is going to be. I wouldn't give 2 first-round picks for him, but I would give something for him. Tua has yet to play a full season.
That's true. But what other team you think besides the Dolphins you think that would be a good? Do you think that you said the Jets? What about what do you think?
Who, Rodgers?
No, not Rodgers. Rodgers and freaking Carr.
All right, Carr. Honestly, you're gonna laugh. I think Carr would be good on the Rams.
No, I agree with that, but they don't got the cap.
I know, but they have Stafford, so that's why it would never happen.
What about Carr and the Ravens?
Honestly, you're gonna laugh. I think the Cowboys should go after Carr. I said that from the get-go.
Yeah, Jerry's got to be done. He's got to be done with Dak.
Dude, you have to get – if I'm Jerry Jones, I am getting Carr because Carr just needs a better system and better receivers. You have CeeDee Lamb. Gallup is okay. Dude, I'm telling you, if Carr went to the Cowboys, I would not be surprised they went to a Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, Cowboys would save a ton of money, too, getting rid of Dak and Zeke.
And getting Carr, you would have to give up 1 pick for him?
Out, both of them. And I hate the Cowboys.
Same here.
They got rid of Kellen Moore, too. Kellen Moore.
Yeah, he went to the Chargers.
Yeah, he got picked up real quick.
He got picked up already?
Dude, he got picked up within, I think it was like 5 hours.
It wasn't his fault, man. He's a good offensive coordinator.
Dude, you can't help a quarterback that throws picks.
That's true.
More picks than games played.
And now you go to a system where Justin Herbert's your starting quarterback. Oh, poor him. You go to a better offense.
That's true.
You have Eckler, who's the top multi-threat in the NFL at running back. You have Keenan Allen when healthy, he's a beast. You have Mike Williams when healthy, he's a beast. And you got Everett, who's one of the top rookie tight ends in the NFL. You wouldn't want to go there either, and you get beautiful LA weather.
That's true.
I'm surprised he didn't take a couple minutes to at least see if he was going to get any head coaching opportunities.
Tony, think about it. You're going to a playoff team. You're not going to a team.
Listen, I agree, but still, I mean, you wait a couple minutes to say, hey, let me see if somebody wants me as a head coach.
Why would you want to go to a team that's garbage and do start from the bottom?
Because you're going to get paid a couple $1 million more and you have full control.
But you can wait for your time.
But you also have Justin Herbert as your quarterback.
He also much young too. Kellen was not an old coach. He's a young coach. He can wait for his time to come up. Well,
he doesn't want to wait.
A lot of these teams that need coaches that need rebuilding.
Tony, let's be honest here. The Chargers lost that playoff game because of play calling in that second half.
Oh, absolutely.
So now you have Kellen Moore come in. There you go. And you have to worry about him throwing picks because Herbert doesn't really throw that many picks, especially compared to Dak. I don't know. I feel like it's a perfect fit. I hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, I hate the Cowboys too, but I mean, Jerry has to be hearing his fans destroy that guy.
But now your head coach is going to call plays. Like, how does that make any sense?
Well, just remember that's the issue McCarthy had in Green Bay and pissed off Aaron Rodgers was that he wanted to do the same shit.
But now
Dak has no choice. Listen, at the end of the day, this is Dak's last year. Dak can't say shit. It's his last year. He has to put up or he's going to be sitting on the bench somewhere.
No, I don't consider the bench, but I definitely did McCarthy.
All right, after his contract's over, where's he going to go? What team? Let's hear your point of view. Where would you want to see Dak?
You never know. Change the scenery.
Once again, where would you want to see him? What team should pick him up? Is he better than Jordan Love?
About Buccaneers. If that Buccaneers.
Now, if I was the Bucs, if Brady doesn't come back, I would trade for a Trey Lance or Jordan Love. I would do that.
I wouldn't trade for Trey Lance. I would pick up Dak.
What?
I would do Dak than Trey Lance.
No,
Trey
you got
Lance
so much more
rookie,
upside
dude.
on Trey Lance.
Nobody knows anything about Trey Lance, dude. He didn't play bad when he was on the 49ers.
Yeah, you got so much more upside with Trey Lance, and he's much younger.
Yeah, and he's a dual threat.
That's true.
To be honest with you, I've been hearing so many things about the Lamar Jackson too. I heard he might actually go to the Dolphins. I heard the Saints. I heard even the Jets. I heard like so much crap.
Well, he's probably the only quarterback I haven't heard too much about. I hear about Rodgers. I hear about Carr. I don't hear about Jackson too much, which is weird. And then I saw that
Huntley.
Who was the backup again? He's
Huntley.
going to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, he's going to the Pro Bowl.
He got voted.
Yeah. So
what type of shit is that? I can't believe my eyes.
I just showed you. The
What?
Pro Bowl, the freaking NBA All-Star game, it's all shit.
Yeah.
And he actually declined already a contract. The Ravens offered him something too, and he declined it.
He wants more guaranteed money. That's what the whole thing is.
That's what
And
they offered.
apparently the Ravens don't want to give him all that guaranteed money.
Hey, so let me ask you guys a question. So I don't know the backup to the Kansas City Chiefs because they haven't used a backup quarterback.
Chad Henney.
Who? Is it Henney, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that shows you how much I know on when it comes to Kansas City.
They used him in a playoff game actually. Now I think a playoff game.
Yeah, he played one drive.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
Didn't he play the Cleveland playoff game with the Cleveland Browns? He played that game.
Yeah, last year. That was last year.
Yeah, Mahomes was bench. He played that game. The whole game he played.
But go ahead, Tony. What were you saying?
So, I mean, Henney's a veteran. He's a seasoned kind of secondary quarterback.
He's got like 2 years left, max.
Yeah. If you're Andy Reid before the game, are you thinking to yourself, Mahomes is my future? Do I risk this guy destroying his leg and being out for God knows how long?
If they weren't playing the Eagles, I would. But Andy Reid coached the Eagles, and he probably wants to beat them as much as anybody else does. So.
And you want something funny? He fired Nick Sirianni from the 2013. Nick Sirianni to coach under Reid at the Kansas City. He fired him. He used to be under his belt. Nick Sirianni.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you're not doing your job as a certain coach, you go somewhere else. Someone else might be a fit. It's all about fits, man. That like Daniel Jones wouldn't be a fit on a lot of them NFL teams. But he's a fit for the Giants. It's just the way it is.
I think he's fit with the coach. I think the coach, and it has to be good. You have to have a connection with the coach.
Since we're talking about the Colts, I can't believe Frank Reich got the Carolina job.
I mean, I said the coach and the quarterback, not the coach.
No, I'm saying though, I can't believe Frank Reich got a head coaching job.
Where you got picked up?
Who the Jets got as offensive coordinator? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but he was a good offensive coordinator on Green Bay.
Did a terrible job in Broncos.
Yeah, but that's the Broncos, dude. You can't compare somebody as a head coach versus offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Sean Payton went there because Sean Payton made a comment about them being too power tight. Not power tight. What is it when the ownership tries to control?
Too strict.
Yeah, he made a comment about them, like saying that they don't let you move the coaches. And I'm surprised he actually went over there.
I don't know. They're letting their quarterback run amok.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna control my breath. All right, me and my good friend Tony were having a discussion.
If you want to do this to yourself, go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I want to hear it now. I don't.
Okay.
I'm done with social media.
Come on, tell me.
So, David and Tony, because we both of us, Tony's ready to go. I love it. Who is your head coach of the year? Head coach of the year award to go to?
I'm not being biased. Dable.
Okay.
And let me just make it clear and simple. You go on paper and write down player per player. Player per player. Giants had probably the worst team going into the playoffs. Player per player. Now that doesn't mean we weren't hot at the right time and we won the wild card game. But player for player, we were the worst team going into the playoffs.
Now
he took nothing besides Saquon and Jones, and he helped Jones because God knows Jones wasn't that great last year. Okay, he took those players and elevated them from a 4-win team to the divisional round of the playoffs. Oh, and yeah, they were only expected to win 4 to 6 games this season.
Not even.
Okay.
When he was, I saw one.
Now Sirianni has been to the playoffs with the Eagles,
and that's pretty much what you're saying.
And they were expected to be a playoff team, and they're a win now team. So why would he even come close to coach of the year with a win now team?
Okay,
because usually it goes to the team that goes the furthest.
Now this is where I gotta unload now. David, I'm sorry for interrupting my brother.
He didn't even get to talk yet. I spoke. Let him talk.
Look at David go. I gotta.
Right.
David, what am I?
Tony's right on 2 things, but I think Sirianni does deserve it because he took a team that only lost 1 regular season game. They're in a Super Bowl. I mean, the coach of the year is judged on what you do. He went. Was it 16-1 during the regular season and they made the Super Bowl? But as Tony was saying,
no, they didn't go 16-1. They
But
lost
they
3
lost one
games. They lost 3 games with what's his name? At quarterback. Minshew.
Yeah, that's Minshew. Yes.
Yeah, they didn't go 16-1.
I thought that, well, I think Hurst went 16-1. I think I saw, or he went something. I forgot. He lost one game, I think it was, when he was a starter, which is what you get judged on. But anyway, Tony's right on another thing where Giants didn't have players to play, and you had to dress up a player that probably would have never seen the field ever due to injuries. So that's where we come down to. Do you give it a coach where when all your players are healthy, you lose one game all year and now you're in the Super Bowl and probably going to win the Super Bowl maybe? Or do you give it to the other coach where you don't have talent, you don't have players, you're hurt, you're expected to win 3 to 4 games this year, and you take them to the second round of playoffs? That's where the NFL is going to have to come and see. And that's why, honestly, I think Coach of the Year is one of the hardest things, because I would give it to Andy Reid. I would give it to Zach Taylor of the Bengals. He took the Bengals back to the AFC Championship game. Dude, there's a lot of potential. That's why Coach of the Year is like one of the hardest awards, because I will give it to those 4: Daboll, Taylor, Andy Reid, and Sirianni. Those would be my 4 choices.
This is where I go. I'm not gonna say and take anything away from Daboll. Daboll did an incredible job this year. Incredible job what he did with Jones. He was actually one coach that actually coached Jones and take Jones where he is. And Barkley as well. I'm not taking nothing away. The Giants had a great season. They did a lot of outcomes. But at the end of the day, Sirianni took his team more successful.
Yeah, 100.
If you look at it from 10 years from now, nobody's mostly going to remember this whole.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What if Kyle Shanahan got it? Would you be upset?
No, Kyle Shanahan deserves it well. Kyle Shanahan definitely deserves it well because he was the amount of quarterback he went through. And I'll put him ahead of Daboll. I'll put Kyle Shanahan ahead of Daboll.
I can see that, but also, like, that's my point, is why Daboll should probably get it, is because
look at the rest of the team.
Yeah.
But quarterback
had to pick one player.
Is what makes the team. If we're gonna, I'll put Shanahan. Even
right, let's go. Now you start this debate.
No.
Umir, let's rewind a little bit. You say you put Kyle Shanahan ahead of Daboll, right? Just listen.
Okay.
So Kyle Shanahan, right? Before he got McCaffrey, they were crap, the 49ers. Look what happens when you get a good player. You got McCaffrey. They went, I think it was like 12-1. Yeah. Look what happens when you have good players, you know? Yes, they had to fix their quarterback. He plays in a great system. But if you look, 49ers had all their players, though.
Not even all their players, all their good players, all starters.
Now,
and this is where you look at the Eagles, right? So they're in the Super Bowl. Did they not have kind of an easy road there?
Yeah, there's honestly, next year their schedule better be a lot tougher. The Dallas and them had the
Giants, no wide receivers. 49ers, no quarterback. I mean, let's just give these guys a fucking asterisk if they win the Super Bowl.
And let's be honest here too. I mean, look at Daniel Jones last year versus this year. Another reason why Daboll should probably deserve Coach of the Year. He made him.
Well, no, he's got it already. He got the Associated Press NFC and then the Associated Press NFL.
No,
I didn't know he got. I didn't know he got it. Definitely,
he didn't get the official NFL Honors Award yet.
I don't know. Usually, when Associated Press gives it to you, it's a lock.
Listen, those 3. I'll just give it to those 3: Sirianni, Daboll, and Shanahan. Those are the top 3 I would give it to. I wouldn't be upset if any of them got it.
Yeah, because my post that little tiny over here is complaining about.
My post, because
Eagles fans were crying.
That's not what Tiny.
Eagles fans were crying.
Let's be honest here, though. Don't forget, Hurst backed up Wentz, and he plugged in Hurst in front of Wentz, man. And look what Hurst did with him.
I mean, Wentz is a terrible quarterback who's also he's also a thief stealing from his team.
Yeah, but also you got to realize he took a backup that wasn't supposed to play his first year, and he made him start. So you also got to take that in. He built him into I hate him, but he turned him into a good quarterback.
Well, last year, I mean,
like, is he going to be? Teams are starting to understand how to play him better now and stuff like that. Yes, but I'm telling you, man, he turned into a good quarterback. I mean,
Well, they've taken a very big page out of New England's playbook. I mean, they can basically run the ball all day long and just eat up 8,
Eagles
9,
need a running
10
back,
minutes.
Tony. They need another running back.
Well, they do. But once again, they eat up 8, 9, 10 minutes, per series, and it's like, come on, man, this is boring football.
Well, you got to play. You play to win.
True.
You play to win. Don't matter.
But the thing is, what they do is they make you go to sleep, and then that's when they go over the top with AJ Brown.
Yeah.
That's what teams got to keep their eyes open, especially in the Super Bowl.
That's what that's why the Chiefs better be careful, because I'm telling you, they're going to run the ball like crazy. Then all of a sudden, they're going to throw a bomb to AJ Brown. So,
okay.
Even though Jalen Hurts in that game, man, his long balls were just not on target.
Well, he missed them by a couple steps. He had AJ Brown
several times
open on the one.
Several times.
Well, I'm saying AJ Brown was wide open for like a 50-yard bomb, and he didn't.
He overthrew it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one he overthrew.
Okay. Talking about, before we wrap up the show, Frank Wright got picked up as a coaching gig. Frank Wright. I can't believe it, but he got picked up already. I think it's season not over. Do you guys think it was smart for the team to pick up Frank Wright?
Go ahead,
I
Tony.
don't know. Once again, I mean, how does he interview? Maybe he kills it at interviews. I mean, maybe he presented to the owners and the leadership of the team that, he could still do the job and do it at a high level. I don't know.
Okay. David?
I told you from the get-go, I don't think he should have gotten the job. I think he should have took a year off and stuff like that, but he got fired from the Colts, man. Like he keeps bringing in these quarterbacks like Rivers, and then he brought in Wentz, and then he brought in Matt Ryan. It's like, dude, like the Panthers don't even have a quarterback right now. They have Sam Darnold?
Yeah, Sam Darnold. They got, what's the name of?
They better trade or get somebody in the draft. Well, they got Coral in the draft a couple last year, and they should try and start him.
And the reason why they picked up Frank Wright is because of, what's his name?
He's close to the owner.
Why they picked up Frank Wright, picked up Carson, because that's his guy. Because that's his dude. He picked him up. He wanted him with him. But I feel like the coach that was there before Frank Wright, I think his name is Steve Wilkes. Steve Wilkes, the guy's name is. He should have got the coaching gig.
Who? Wilkes?
What the coach before that was?
Wilkes.
Yeah, he deserved it. The players wanted.
He did. I admit that he deserved. He turned him into a playoff team.
The players wanted him to be the head coach, and when the players wanted something, you should make the players happy. Because their coach had them under this belt. Look what he did. He almost went to the playoffs. They almost won the NFC South, even though that division was garbage this year. But he should have got the good job. Wright didn't deserve that job at all.
I agree.
All right, hope all of you had a good day today.
Hold on.
Oh, good.
Did you guys pick last week? Because your boy went 2-0 picking the dogs.
Last week.
I went 1-1. I took 49ers.
I think I won 2-0 too.
Lying bastard. David, you guys do picks last week?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We watched the tape, idiot. Yeah. All right, guys. Hope to see our viewers next week.
You're a lying bastard. There's no way.
Yeah, it is. The cook kissed my ass. And hope to see our viewers back next week, and we'll be back. Better with our buddy John Paul. John Paul, hope you feel better.